Katrina and welcome to my kitchen. So today we're actually going to go over some approved condiments if you're on the 10-day cleanse that we've been doing at the office. So there are a couple things that we really want to look out for in our condiments, and we talked about them at our class, and the number one culprit is going to be sugar. So these are a couple condiments that you can use while you're on the 10-day program that do not contain sugar, and actually a lot of them just have very simple ingredients. So the main one that I'd like to start with is mustard. Mustard generally doesn't have any sugar. This is a nice organic Dijon, and it just has some vinegar, water, mustard, sea salt, and cloves. So this is definitely an ingredient that you can use in your kitchen, and I'm going to show you a little bit later how to use it to make mayo. So speaking of mayonnaise, this is actually one of my favorite brands, but if you would read the ingredients on the side, this one contains sugar. So later on, we're going to go over how to make mayo that's approved for the 10-day program. A couple other condiments that I like to use while on the 10 days, one would be coconut aminos. This is kind of like an alternative to soy sauce. This can be used to spice up a lot of dishes, and we'll have some recipes with this condiment coming up later in the newsletter. Another one that you can use would be fish sauce. Fish sauce is just basically anchovies, and this can be used to flavor some of your dishes to give it a little bit of that salty flavor. You can also use it to marinate with the coconut aminos, some chicken wings or chicken, something like that. Another condiment that we can use is toasted sesame oil. This one actually has great flavor and provides nice flavor to dishes to really make them taste a lot better. Some people think that healthy cooking means that it's not going to taste good, and that's definitely not what healthy cooking is. So there are a lot of things that we can use while we're on our 10-day program to really spice up our food. The last thing that we can use as a condiment is tahini. Now, most people don't think of tahini as a condiment, but tahini is so versatile. You can use it to make a tahini sauce. You can use it to make a dressing, and it's really just how you flavor it that depends on what the tahini is going to taste like. So you can usually get pretty versatile with your recipes with the tahini. So we're going to actually make some mayonnaise that is 10-day compliant. So if you're looking for something for some of your coconut wraps, or even for some lettuce wraps, you want to use some mayo, or if you want to make some homemade dressing that has mayo as a base, this is actually a great alternative to our mayo that contains sugar. So I'm going to start with my Vitamix, and the first thing that I actually have 1 egg and 1 egg yolk in the Vitamix. I'm then going to add 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I am going to add our Dijon. This I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Dijon. Let me give it a nice shake. Minus the little circle, and then I'm gonna start up the Vitamix. For mayonnaise, I actually like to use avocado oil because it doesn't have the strong taste that olive oil does. So for this recipe, we're actually gonna use 1 cup of avocado oil. It just has a very neutral flavor, and it makes a very good mayonnaise. All right. So I'm going to slowly drizzle the avocado oil into the Vitamix, and just allowing the Vitamix to do its job, really whip it together. Kind of sounds like an airplane taking off. just gonna look in to check the consistency. Looks fantastic. Whip it up just a little more. And then voila, we're done. So I like to store my mayonnaise in a mason jar in the refrigerator. And this will firm up a little bit as you put it into the refrigerator. So just like that, homemade mayonnaise in about 2 minutes. And I'll put the recipe to that on our blog as well. And you can also make homemade ranch dressing from this mayonnaise, which is a great treat, especially if you're on the 10-day cleanse and you want something a little more flavorful for your salads, or even like a dip for some roasted veggies. This is a great alternative. So thank you everyone for joining me today, and I hope that you all have much success on your 10-day programs.